I'll make her labs first. Congratulations, my critter. How are you doing? Oh, that's right. So, copy. And Cassandra is number 2. Oh, I like the new icon. And Vince is number 3. Good morning, Big Bag Joe. Well, I worked on something new. Well, not so new. It's a modification of the chainmail things, but I realized that they don't all have to be this shape. I mean, it's a little bit of work, but in theory, you can make these things any shape you want. So I made a square one. What does the square one look like? Well, of course. Realize the two easy low-hanging fruit would be a circle and a triangle. So I'm going to make those too. D Supra, how are you doing today? I've seen people 3D print Supra parts. Some of those parts can be really hard to find, especially body kits. Boy, this is really sticky. You're working the joints to bring it to the joints. Oh, I bet you I forgot to increase the height. Yep, 5.4. This is the shorter version of the chainmail, 4.4 millimeter tall. The 5.4 millimeter is a little bit looser. I forgot to increase the height of it when I did it. I'll fix that before uploading it. There we go. I got some Rocky Mountain rip wrap 2026 Chainmail. I thought that was pretty cool. Changing the shape for making it a square is actually really easy. Um, Hang on, I'll show you how to do it. Go to finish getting these center ones all loosened up. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get that off. You're having a pee. You get a pee, and you get a pee, and you get a pee. Everyone gets a pee. Had to put a drop of super glue on my print bed. Um, when I was making that one, the one single tile popped free, and I could drop it right back into place, but as soon as the nozzle went over it, it picked it up. Um, so I put a little drop of super glue to hold it in place, and it worked. I was like, I do not want to restart that. Yeah, likely excuse. I think Woodville Maker Lab just kicked your butt. So I think, and then Cassandra kicked your butt, and then Maker 3D Medic Vince kicked your butt. Big Bad Joe kicked your butt. JMD Super kicked your butt. Oh, then you showed up. Just razzing you a bit. um. So to change the shape of this, you don't want to manipulate the shape. Hey, Cyber Bob, what was awesome? Um, so the problem is the only place I know of to manipulate these individually is in Simplify 3D because I can drop this in there and tell it to separate connected parts, and then I can manipulate these individually. The problem is Simplify 3D does not allow you to multi-select, so I can't select the whole row, for example, and delete. It's a real pain in the ass. Mhm. So I found a different way to do it. Um, if it's just a square that you're trying to change, it's easy. You just select the whole thing, you Control D, and you drag it in the direction you want to go. Let's say we want to make it bigger this way. Okay. We take these and we hide them. And then what we do, um, we chop off part of one of them. Oh my God. Make sure you get the entire overlap. And we join. Oh, sorry. Love mozzarella sticks. Audio. It says there's audio. Properties. USB plug and play audio. Volume is maxed. And we are peaking. very low. I can move it closer. See if that helps a bit. Microphone was a little further away than usual. Why is this taking so long? There it goes. All right. Now, we grab this and we move it into the lines. Let me show you where. So we're going to align this corner right here. Maybe not. Oh, I see a corner. Right there. There it is. So that corner right there is where we're going to align. We turn off the snap grid. And now we can fine tune this. Boom. Just like that. Now when we join this together, they'll be aligned. You do the same thing with your grid to cut the shape away. You do the exact same thing. And this allows you to create different shapes. Now, what we actually want to do is create a completely different shape. I want to create a circle. How hard would that be? Let's see. More sides, more wall thickness, a hole, increase until we have just enough to grab those outside pieces right there. Select a line on you. We're going to do a top align and a center align. Okay. Now that we're centered, we're going to increase until we get the whole thing. Okay. Right there, we got the whole thing. Okay, it looks like we're on the inside one here. Do we want to? Yeah, that's probably where we're going to want to be. Which means we're going to collect. Oh, it doesn't quite line up, so we're going to want this one here. I'll have grid turned off. Actually, what we need to do is flip this. I need to see the hexes because the interlocks are actually bigger than the hexes. Okay. Alrighty, how do we do this? Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to punch out a bunch of these, bring them into simplify, separate connected parts, delete all the bad ones. Let's see. Well, there's an easy way to do it. Um, I could duplicate this and then increase the size and then increase the wall thickness until we overlap. That would work. And the question is, how many do we keep and how many do we delete? So, for example, right now, these two are mostly complete. Do we keep them or do we delete them? I mean, these three are obviously a delete. That's a delete. That's a, I think that's a delete. I don't know how to make a circle out of this. I might need to rotate the hexagons. Nice. Good for you, dude. It's gonna be a sweet machine. Well, if you can afford it, that's gonna really change doing multicolor prints. So you'll be able to do full CMY, black, white, or for stuff that's more cartoony, you'll be able to go a full 7 or 8 colors. That's gonna be nice. Hmm. I'm gonna have to think about this more. See, if you leave too many, it stops looking like a circle. Like Epcot. I like Epcot. It's my favorite part of Disney. I don't even know if it's the same anymore because last time I went to Disney World was 30 years ago. But when we went then, when you could actually afford to go to Disney World, the in Epcot you had that area where each section was a different country. It was very cool. I'm sure. Ew, nasty. Hmm. Come on. What do I need to do here? I mean, double the size, that would make it easier, but it'd be too big. Rain Recall. That's a cool name. Doing pretty good. How are you? Hmm. I'm gonna have to come back to the circle. I gotta think about that. Might even just come down to positioning. Like, what would happen if I did this? Just rotate the hexes. Excuse me. Okay. How does that do? That gets rid of that one and that one pretty easily, since there's only a sliver left. These become half pieces. Maybe we keep pieces that are half pieces? I mean, that does look a little bit better. It actually does look a little bit better. Um, let's see how much is left. That bricks and minifig big court case thing, that pretty much solved itself. The guy who's in charge of the corporation is a narcissistic wacko, and he keeps opening his mouth and posting shit on online, and each time he posts something, he destroys another part of his case in his company. I mean, if this kid has a lawyer who's worth more than 10 cents, he's going to absolutely destroy him in court. Okay. Hmm. Rotate back 45. Come back this way. Everything else can stay the same. See, like that one there is going to have, well, that might hold together. Yeah. The problem is where it disconnects here. Hmm. This one might take some manual work to fix, but if I went around and connected a little stub here to here, here to here, and if I did that all the way around where it needed it, like here it doesn't because this connects, but like here it does. Even just going from, yeah, here to here. Um, I know how to get rid of all this little stuff here. That's easy enough. I want to come back to this because the circle's going to be tough. Circle's going to be tough. Let's see what we can do with the triangle. Like a lot of the like the Artemis patch, for example, is supposed to be a triangle, and a lot of them are supposed to be triangles. Okay, rotate you 80. You are supposed to be 5.4. Yeah, another thing. It's something weird. It's not highlighting red anymore. See how it won't highlight red? It's highlighted, but it's not turning red. I don't know why it's doing that. So we take all of this except for the white, and we delete it. And we take this, so we split it, and this split it again. We grab the split parts, and there, back to base components. We take this, and we hide it. And we make this into a triangle. Now, the easiest way I can see to make it into a triangle is to do that right there. Just get rid of all this and all this. Yeah, that'll work. I can get rid of most of it in here, and then get rid of the rest of it in the Nice. There we go. And we're going to duplicate, flip. There we go. So geometrics are easy. Non-geometrics, not so easy. And it's still going to require a lot of cleanup, which is a real pain in the butt. But we're going to have to do it once. Actually, because the connector rings overlap the hexagons. So I can't just use the connector ring to delete it. Mhm. Okay. Move you over here. Ooh, it's loading all kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Remove. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Mesh. Separate connected parts. Here comes the fun part. I got to go to each of these and hit delete without accidentally hitting the power key. I wonder, does it remember this? No, it still goes back to that one. What if I go to this one? It still go. Why does it keep going back to this one? Because that one's at the top. That's why. Oh, I can do it over here. I can do that. Oh, I know I can do that. Delete. That makes it a little easier. Less back and forth. Well, that's interesting. Why are both of them selected? Huh. Doesn't matter, really. I don't think it does. But I might investigate that. That one, too. Oh, I know why. That's where I joined my square. I modified this to be a square. These, wherever they are sliver pieces that don't belong there. Why did I get them all? There it goes. It's jumping up to the top again now. Okay. All right. Any floaters? Yep. There's a floater up there. Any more of those doubles? Yeah, that's a double. I bet you I can do that. No. It still sees it as one part. Interesting. It doesn't matter for our purposes, but any more floaters? I know how to tell if it's floaters. Would you stop changing my damn view? What you do is you start from one end. All right, that has to be a floater. If it doesn't light up the board, it's got to be a floater. Damn it, it went to the top again. So I got to do both of these at the same time because it's going to jump to the top. All right, here's another two. Because it came from NASA. They like if I designed my own chainmail and I said, Neresa's chainmail. Well, it's because I made it. Well, the reason they call it NASA chainmail is because NASA released it. Oh, that's a whole bunch. So from there to there. Is it on the bottom maybe? Can I see it? Nope. I wonder what they are. They must just be little errant pieces that aren't connected to anything. Huh. I think I know an easier way if there's that many of them. I didn't realize there's that many floaters. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nope. I thought that was extra pieces, but it's not. Shadow. Huh. So all these other ones are extras. I wonder what they are. Um, can we move them? Can I export just the ones I selected? Edit group selection. There we go. Now I can take the rest of these. Jesus, it's most of them. I'm trying to see them, but I don't see them anywhere. Why can't I move anything? Okay. Oh, why did it do that? Why did it go back to group one? Come on. There we go. Now I got two groups. Group one, group two. Stop expanding the fucking group. Jesus. What the hell's going on with my UI? Where the hell is my UI? Translate models. Where's the goddamn window? I mean, I should have grab bars. Yeah. They're invisible because now they should be here where we can see them. Whatever they are, they're invisible. Huh. So there's a whole bunch of little glitches in that model. Well, now it's got no glitches. That's why, Cassandra, because somebody at NASA made it. Let's see. Export model, binary, it's fabric, triangle. Okay. Oh, no, let's leave that there for alignment purposes. Import. Oh, come on. Waiting for it to load. If you get a chance, at Walmart they have this Clear American red, white, and blue pop. So they've had it for a few years. It's good flavor. And it's all zero sugar. You guys see who's the guy? The real Sam Prentice, I think, is in the channel. He had a couple episodes on Jerf, the Japanese Rip Rap Festival. They had their one group had this printer with a wheel on the hot end and it had 18 nozzles. That was freaking awesome. um, both. Mhm. There you go. 46. Okay. Hmm. What's the easiest way to fix that? I mean, technically, I don't. Well, yeah, I guess I do need to. Yeah, it was very cool. Although I'm really surprised they called it Jerf. I'm surprised they used Japan or Japanese and not Nippon or Nipponese, since Nippon is the name they call their own country, and that would have allowed them to use the short name Nerf. They really, really missed the boat on that one. They're the only country in the world who can call it. Well, there's a few other countries that could, but they could get away with calling it Nerf. That would have been awesome. Oh. All right. What is an easy way to do that? I guess the easiest way is to drop a hex in there. Of course, I can't see it all. should be able to do that. And then how thick is that opening? I forgot how big it is. Let's see. I completely forgot how big that is. Why do you always got to bring this up? I don't want you to bring that up ever. Unless I call for it, I don't ever want to see that. God, that's annoying. Seriously? Okay. Oh, for Christ's sake. I am implementing the nuclear screen option. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Um, all right. Duplicate. Then shrink. There we go. There we go. Now, how thick are you? All that just to figure out how thick this is. We are 0.39 millimeters thick. All that just to figure that out. Okay. Oh. I also need to know how big the other part is. Let's see. I should be able to just do this the cheap way. Seriously? You had to do that, didn't you? make it just inside that one. Turn you into a hole. Trip you. All right. How big are you? 12.43. Okay. So each hexagon is 12.43. And I also need to move 1/2 of this distance, which is 0.39 since there's two. So that's 82. Yeah, 2.82. Okay. Let's see if this is right. Does the math work or will the math fail me? Right? Control D. 2.82. That did not work because it's 12.82. Because you're an idiot. Duplicate. Where the hell's the other one? It's off the goddamn screen. Okay. Now I should just be able to hit this again. And just keep doing that. There we go. All right. Give me the goddamn fucking thing. You asshole. I hate when it does that. Okay. Join. Okay. Okay, we are not perfect. Okay. Let's put the plane on here. What the hell? Let's put the plane back down here. Okay. All I gotta do is be inside the grid. As long as I'm inside the grid, we're good. We have that much wiggle room. Okay. All right. We want to duplicate, flip this way. We know we're good on one axis. We just need to get the other axis. Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure we're good on both ends. Nope, we're not. Uh-oh. All right, that looks good. It all looks good. That doesn't look good. That's barely covering it. No, it's covering it. We're good. Okay. That does not look good right there. The math has failed me. For Christ's sake, would you let me move more than 3 millimeters? Oh, why is it doing that? Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's do this. No, way too much. Mm, 42.2. Is that enough? Not quite. That's enough. Now, did it go too far? Ooh, just a hair. Just a hair. Let's go up just a hair. And I think we're good enough. Let's go a little tiny bit more. 42.23. That takes care of that one. And we're still good here. Barely. Okay. Um, how do I want to do this? Probably the easiest would just be to drop a triangle. Of course, I can't see what the goddamn triangles are. This fucking monitor's in my way. Come on. Arr. So this comes down to here. Oh, that's why. You come down to here. You come over to here. All right. This is 4.59. Why has it got to be such a weird number? I know it was 4.6, but Tinkercad's got to do its stupid. I want to make weird number shit. Okay. That is all wrong. I don't know why it's all wrong like that, but it is. Okay. So you can hide for now. All of you can align on you. Okay. And you just take all of you, turn you all into holes, and join. I don't know why I did that. It's really annoying. Mm, I really hate that it did that. It's another Tinkercad glitch where there's like a 0.00000000000001 differential, and it creates a line there, but it shouldn't affect anything. Okay. Although, what the hell is that? Okay, that looks like it's not overlapping where it needs to. Oh, that's weird. What the hell? Oh, I know what it did. It's supposed to be up here, and we can't tell where the hell it is. What the hell, man? Like, there's no indication of when they're overlapping. Now that's wrong. I told it to make it 4.59 tall. It made it 2.59. 4.59. That was probably a typo on my part. Come on. Okay. So we got to bring you in here like that. And then we come over here. We bring you in here like, well, this can go all the way like that. Yeah, because that don't matter. Only this side matters. And why can't I come down here? Why can't I put the work plane where it belongs? Why do you got to be such an asshole? Like, why won't it? Look at this. Why can't I put the work plane down here? No. I hate when it's a nudge. It's all Big Bad Joe's fault. Sorry, you were the latest message to be posted, so you get blamed. Like, all his fault. He did it. Rawr. Now we're back in the movie. Any distances. Mm. Okay. right, that looks better. Hmm. All right. I do know one way I can clean this up, even though I really don't want to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Let me stretch you a little bit into this one, and a little bit into this one. We turn you into a pink noodle. We join you, and then we turn you back into a hole. There we go. All the bullshit's gone. Everything's like it should be. There we go. All right. That fits perfectly. Okay. Right. Triangle, blank, back. That is 5.4. Yes, it is. Export. Insert. Not what I said. You even got the goddamn letters wrong. Okay. Export. STL. And cut. Okay. There's our pieces. Is there any chance in hell these are aligned? Nope. Not a chance in hell. Is there any chance I can make them aligned? So I'm trying to think about how are you guys going to align these? Hmm. How do I do that? I guess the easiest way to do is to start over. Yeah, that's going to be the easiest way. I know what I asked you to do. Okay. What I need to do is create a tool from this. Okay. Let's duplicate it. Join it. Okay. Okay. Then we do this. Then we do this. 4.6. 4.6. Okay. All right. So 165. We'll do 166 since that divides into 83 and 143. Okay. Now, in theory, if I take this and align the two of them, okay, now we cut it. Nope, I did it backwards. All right, this has to be a hole. This has to be a solid. Okay, there's our grid, and those two pieces are centered. Now we take an insert, and this is going to be 0.6 tall. White. We're going to make this 142 by 165. 165. Okay. Then we align this way and this way. Okay. This is going to drop through. Okay. All right, now I don't think this is going to work, and I think I know why it's not going to work. Because the rings make it asymmetrical. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Line. I bet you it's going to be close, but not exact. So now the trick is to cut these two and see if it lines up. See, not quite. Doesn't quite line up. And that's because of the rings. So you're going to have to do exactly what I'm doing right now, in that you'll have to align these three and then use your blank hex pattern here to align with this part here. So do this. Oh, duh. There is no. I was waiting for the face to pop through, and I realized there is no face to pop through. Huh, even with the grid off, I cannot perfectly align them, but more than close enough. That's well below printer resolution. Okay. Then you can unlock these two. All right, now we have our three shapes that will almost line up. Wait a minute. I know how to make them line up. I know how to make them line up. Why didn't I think of this before? Um, Duh, I know how to make them line up now. Um, I should have thought of this. Not what I wanted. Just needs to be shorter than that. 3 by 3. Okay. Lift it up a little bit. Actually, yeah, that's fine. So, why are you doing that? I don't want you to do that. Actually, this can be on the outside because this is 1 millimeter smaller than the cut. Okay. Align you with you and you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One goes there. One goes there. You asshole. One goes there. And one goes over here. Align, freeze here and here. Align, freeze here and here. Align, freeze here and here. Now we take this, we hide it. These are alignment pegs. Those alignment pegs we obviously don't want to print, but that's okay, they won't, because those alignment pegs exist inside the cut tool, which means those alignment pegs disappear when you merge the parts. I should have thought of this from the beginning. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Now, I didn't make that too tall, did I? Oh God, are you kidding me? I'm just gonna make this bigger. You bastard. Okay. It's like, why would you do that? Okay. Now we can take the three of these and we can align them. And they align. Just like that. Good, good, good. Perfect. Well, all this work that I'm doing here is to make it easier for you guys to mess with these. Because think about it, you have to be able to do this. So you start off with a cut tool, a work plane, and this is your backing plate. Now your backing plate will always have to be at the correct altitude. Where the hell is it? Because it doesn't highlight red anymore. All right. So this needs to be 0.6. 6. It moved when I moved it. This is on the work plane, and it's also 0.6. So we hit drop, make sure it's on the work plane. This just has to, you have to make sure it passes through everything. So you load these 3 parts, you grab them, you align them, align, center, center. There you go. Now your parts align. Now when you're going to mess with these parts, the first thing you do is you hide this. Okay, I can delete this one. Hang on. Let me get rid of the old one. And I've got to do the same thing with the square. Okay. Um, Alignment of the white plane on the inside doesn't actually matter as long as it fills the cutout and does not exceed the outside of these walls. So I just make it 1 millimeter smaller than the walls. So you select your backing plate and you hide it. Wait a minute, before we do that, I always suggest putting this on the corner here. So turn your grid on and snap it right to the corner. The reason you want to do this is to make it easy for you to manipulate these files in the future. Interesting. Why isn't it not snapping to grid? Usually it snaps to the grid no problem. See how it's not on the grid? Hmm. I wonder why it's not on the grid. Like, I should be able to make that snap to the grid without having to do that. Hmm. Well, isn't that interesting? I have no idea what that is. I wonder why it won't snap to the grid anymore. That's weird. I never had a problem getting these to see that. I should be able to get that point right there to that point right there. Weird. The point is, you have to align these pieces every time so that when you export them and you bring them into your slicer, a Prusa slicer, Orca slicer, whatever, it'll ask you, do you want to make this a multi-part object? And it'll align print origins. And so you have to make sure they're all in the same correct spot when you do that, because Tinkercad will put the origin position in there as long as they're all aligned in Tinkercad. And by aligning them all in the same place in every file you do, you don't have to redo it each time. Okay. So we're going to hide that one for now. And here's our base white work plane inside of our cutout grid. Let's redo the Artemis one. Since the Artemis one was supposed to be a triangle. Well, I should be able to just bring in the pieces. Yeah. Maybe not. Let's see if it's the right size. It's not aligning them. Okay. All right, we'll do it the other way. I'll bring in these. Well, that's annoying. I forgot about that. Okay. I believe this is charcoal. And this is red. And this is blue. Okay. So let's align them all. Yep, they're already aligned. All right, let's get rid of the alignment block. Okay. You and you join. You and you join. You and you join. You and you join. All right, that gets rid of the alignment blocks. We need to correct this real quick. So the way we do that is we bring a cube in here. We do the inverse. And let's give it a gap. I think it's supposed to have a little tiny gap. And do that. Then we come over here, do the same thing to this one. Sort of. Ooh. This is technically not straight. But I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Well, is that it? Is that all I need to do? Yeah. Good enough. Well, I probably should put a slightly bigger gap there, since that looks a little sloppy. Actually, that's a curved surface. So we're going to control that. Turn that into a hole. We're going to bring you this way. I think that's probably good enough right there. There we go. All right. Okay. Well, doesn't it seem like it to me that this red should be in the middle here? No, it's not. It is touching the bottom. Okay. All right. It's touching. You get a pass. I won't bite you. Let's bundle. Okay. That's annoying how wide it is there, but that works. Okay. All right. 0.6. So all these have to stay because those are the different colors. What you do is you have them bundle grouped together right now. What you do is you duplicate them, all right, stretch them out a little bit, turn them into a hole, and you cut them out of this white one. The white one has to have all the colors cut out. And when you say where to go, well, it's still there. It's gone now, but remember we duplicated it, and now we have the actual inserts that fill in all those holes there. Can I see through that? Oh, there it goes. Weird. Like I shouldn't see anything here. Why do I see something? It should look like this. I'm going to assume it's okay because that looks normal right there. Okay. So each color fills in one of these spaces. Because with a multicolor, you can't have two objects occupy the same space at the same time because then the nozzle is going to try to print in that same spot twice. That's why when I have overlapping colors, it's such a pain to fix because you can't have an overlap. So now we need to separate these so that they are separate pieces like that because you have to save them all separately. Now, because of we're doing the hexagon mesh, we also need to cut this hexagon into every one of those colors as well. So we have 5 pieces. We need 5 of these meshes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to print it 4 color, but we're going to leave the option to print it 5 color available for those who are able. So now, oh, wait a minute. Um, I never saved it, but we can do that later. Okay. We select one of these um, tools. We select the white, join. Select another cut tool. Select the charcoal, join. Unselect, select another cut tool. Select the silver, join. Unselect. This might not be working. If this is busy doing stuff in the background, this isn't working. Because it might be selecting the same mesh multiple times. And red. Yeah, something didn't work. Okay, that one worked. Let me guess, the white never worked. Nope, the white worked. Although the white, for some reason, got joined with the gray. No, bad. So I went too fast. And that's because it stopped putting that red line around things to tell me it's working, which is really annoying. There we go. They're all gone. They're all still separate pieces. Yep, they're all still separate. Ah, shit. I fucked up. I forgot to flip it. Oh, let's see if I get lucky. And also notice the pegs are gone. Um. Oh no, the pegs aren't gone. You need to save one of the meshes. I forgot about that. No, you can't use the mesh. Oh, crap. It's not going to work. There's nothing to get rid of this now. Oh, yeah, it's not going to work. Well, let's save them in case I figure out how to use them. I'll save them as a separate piece. Okay. I forgot to flip the Artemis. Although now that it's centered, we should be able to get away with this. I have no idea what I just did. Oh, whatever it is, I didn't want to do it. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. Now, are they aligned? Yes. Still aligned. Okay. You got to remember to flip it over before you start joining them. I got lucky this time. So that when you look at it from this side, it's legible. Otherwise, it'll print backwards. Okay. Oh, I know why it came out a little weird. Because of the octagon shape, it has to be a 30-60 triangle. Because I think it's 30 degrees per rotation. Yeah, 60, 60, 60 gets you 120. And to cut that in half to go from triangle, which is 3, to hexagon, which is 6, you have to have the 60, and you get 30. That's why it's so steep. All right. So you give it a name, Artemis. Yes. We're going to call this one Artemis T for triangle. And this is the back. So back means this part here. The the um the mesh. All right, Artemis T. Let's hide that. Alrighty. Now these, we just name them their color. So that in the slicer, you can easily identify what's what. Red. Charcoal. I'm calling it charcoal because in all the images I could find, it looks like they're making it a point not to use black. Like they're actually using a dark gray, a charcoal. So I'm calling it that. Okay. Silver. And so that this shows up nicely in the preview, we're going to flip it over. This way it shows up right here, like that. Alrighty. We're going to need to open up Bamboo Studio. Skip. Pair. Okay. Artemis T. I don't know why they're separated. Yes. Okay. I should just be able to come in here and start changing colors. Okay. Oh, whoa. What the hell? What did it do that for? Anybody know why I did that? Like, why is this repair? Let's go into Prusa Slicer too. Okay. I want you to go away. I don't ever want to see a configuration wizard. No errors? Bullshit. It's definitely doing something. It's having a hard time. Oh, come on. Christ. Get us. Oh, let's correct the file first. It's definitely not happy. I bet you it has something to do with all those little bits I deleted. I bet you all those bits I deleted were the disconnected faces from the non-manifold faces. But because they were disconnected faces, you couldn't see them. I bet you that's exactly what happened. Meaning I should have probably left them alone. Oh boy, it's having a tough time. Mm. Boy, I may have broken it. It's really not a happy critter. We got new surveys in Amazon Shopper Panel. What would you ask me for 25 cents today? Which of the following video games have you heard of? Need for Speed, F1 2S, never heard of it, Gran Turismo, Forza. Do you prefer? None of the above. How likely are you to buy Forza? Unlikely. I'd say zero. What is your overall opinion of Forza? Neither favorable nor disfavorable. Ah, there we go. All right. All right. File. Export. Plate as STL OBJ. Back. I guess the real question is, will this break my origin? No, I've done this before. And it didn't break origin. Okay. Now let's try it. Really? And it does break origin. And I do have a broken file there. Look at that. It's not aligning correctly anymore. How do I separate the parts? You guys know how to do that? How do I separate these parts so I can align them? Although, why do I have this? Can I delete just that? Align. Oh, I can move it. Why is this all fucked up? I don't understand why this is all screwed up. It's like pieces of the files are missing? I don't get it. Oh, okay. Let's go back in and fix it. I mean, it certainly looks okay here. I don't get it. All right, let's import the corrected file. Take this, stretch it out that way. You'll see why in a moment. Remember how I told you certain parts of the files I could see through it and look weird? I bet you that's the problem. I'll bet you that's the problem. I bet you there's a little skin. No, but I stretched it to avoid exactly that problem. Come on, finish importing it. What is taking you so long? And why does that box have to be in exactly the right position to block me from seeing that exact portion of the screen? Oh, come on. Ah, come on. Such a pain. How are we doing this month? Oh, we're waiting for that to load. We brought in $740 in Amazon sales. I need to hit 1620 to get a $35 bonus. There's a chance we could hit that. We are, nah, we're not going to make that. Unless we have a couple big sales. Oh, why is it still loading? Come on. This shouldn't take this long. Let's refresh. Something's wrong. Import. Any movies available today? While we're waiting for that to load. Oh, there it is. Huh? That's weird. Deep water. More people dying by shark. I might watch this tonight. Come on. Come on, 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 come on. Mm. I don't know why it's taking so long. This really should not be taking this long. Something's wrong with that file. I did something wrong to it. You know, show me that stupid wizard with no way to get rid of that wizard permanently. All right, no errors. Oh, I don't care. Okay, let's do a. Are you serious? You're not going to let me do it unless I center it on the stupid fucking page? Simplify. Port. All right, we're going to have to refresh since I just overwrote that file. Let's try importing the one I just overwrote. Although the problem I'm having is not with the back file. The problem I'm having is with the the color layers. I don't know why. Nothing special there. I might have to give up on this for a bit. Oh, there it goes. Wow, that took forever. Okay. Now we align this and this. We align on you, center, bottom. Okay. Then we can just grab the one that's stretched out and delete it. That should not have done that. Why did it do that? Oh, I know why. Because I'm a dummy. Line on you. I also have to do that one. There we go. Okay. Good. Let's delete everything. Okay. Artemis T. Back. What is wrong with this file? Okay, it looks fine to me. Oh, that's why the color looked different. Shadow. We were seeing the shadow. Okay. All right. They all look fine to me. Yeah, I don't get it. It looks fine. Hmm. I hate the fact that window's always in my way. blue. And charcoal. Okay. Let's see what happens. What's going on? I don't get it. What the hell? Why is that two different colors? It's what? Why is this two different colors? Anybody have any idea why Bamboo Studio is doing that? Is there a goddamn delete button somewhere? Like, where's the fucking trash can button? So why are these different colors? Why is it? I don't get it. Why is it doing that? It looks like it's slicing normal. Huh. I don't get why some of these are darkened. Let's let's try just slicing it and see what happens. Oh, it's giving me an error. I fixed that file. There should be no errors. I don't get why all these other colors are here, but let's try slicing it and see what happens. Okay, it slices okay. What Gigo path goes beyond the plate? Stupid goddamn this thing. I don't know why that keeps going outside the build volume. Damn it. Goes in like that. Okay. There we go. I just want to get away from that spot where I had the super glue. Okay. Um. Okay. I guess it's okay. Just a glitch in the preview. I don't know why it thinks there's non-manifold edges. I corrected that. I guess I should correct it. Yeah, it's the back file again. Hmm. Yeah, while it's doing that, I figured out how to fix the other part. All right, let's do this. Duplicate. Okay. So the way to do this is to make this and this one piece. And then you will remove these pieces before you start. See this red that's supposed to be there to let me know it's still working? It's working this time. Let's get rid of all this. What? I grabbed the wrong piece. You. There we go. There we go. Now we have our pieces. Now we have our tools. So you align them. After you align them, you delete these 4 pegs. Okay. I don't need these. Okay. How about we just go for it? Whatever it's doing, it's taking too long. We will at least make sure it looks okay. Oh, by the way, the new SD card worked fine. Zero problems since putting new SD card in. I still have to contact support for a replacement, but the new SD card fixed the problem. Yep, looks fine to me. Okay, send it. Oh, save, send. Print for me, my printer. Print for me. How long does it think it's going to take? 4 hours. I gotta go take a pee. I'll be right back. I hope the plate gets hot and cooks you. Hi, baby. That is what we call a minor miracle. Did it send it? It's there. Oh, I just sent it. I didn't tell it to print. I made it to the bathroom without peeing myself. That's incredible. All little T-Rexes. Grinch Lego wreath. Oh, that's a cute little gnome. Why do I get the feeling that that would take an absolutely enormous amount of filament? Because it's probably a proper multicolor. A candy corn dragon. Oh, that is cool. I want a candy corn dragon. I know it's dumb, but I love candy corns. I like the gingerbread dragon too. The gingerbread one's really nice too. Oh, strawberries. Wow. That's an amazing amount of detail. And that's a well-armed benchy. Snupkin? Oh, pumpkin snowman. Okay. Nice. And not controversial. Oh, I like it. Oh, I definitely like it. Yeah, we're doing that one. We is doing that one. Oh, it's made so you can assemble it. Okay. I see how that goes. So we'll probably want to make this. Um, why is it doing that? I don't want it to do that, whatever it's doing. Ah. Now, how come when I tell it to load into bamboo, it screws it up like this? Okay. How do I download this? I don't want to open. I just want to download. I can't even highlight and copy. Well, it's saved now. You're trying a little too hard, Maker World. You're trying a little too hard. Oh, we can switch over to this one. Oh, wow, those are pretty too. These here, they're nice looking. Okay, collections. I wouldn't mind the download and open in Bamboo Studio if it didn't fuck it up when it did it. And it still fucks up my shit. The currently connected printer, Bamboo A1, is a Bamboo Lab A1 model. To use this printer for printing, please switch the printer model of project file to Bamboo Lab A1. It's not? I guess it's not. Now, why did all this shit change? All right, number one is red. Number two is white. Number three is blue. And this one's black. Now, the loop, let's make the default white. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? I have no idea what it's trying to change. What? Okay, that should be white. This is so messed up that I have no idea what it is I'm looking at. I think this is black. Like, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Um, And the only thing I hate is that Bamboo Studio broke my icon. Um, so I can't see what these files are. What? 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 What, baby? What? Yeah. Yeah. You, you want loving? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. You want loving. You're a good boy. Oh, why aren't my icons displaying? What? All right, these are STLs. Why don't I see my freaking icons? I'm pretty sure it's part of Power Toys. Cat, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. Why is this got to be so hard? Oh, this is an older computer. I hadn't changed it yet. Ah, a little bit with 3D viewer. Really? You have to go for my mouth? All right, that didn't work. Let's try Paint 3D. Screw you and your updates. I thought I could do this with Power Toys. There. I'll let you guys see what the printer's doing while I'm getting this installed. Oh, come on. It takes forever. Oh, I think it's doing something. Come on. Do it, do it, do it. Oh. Is it still running or? Where is it? How do I enable the thumbnails?
Not working. I installed Power Toys. Where the hell is it? Power Toys. This doesn't work? Yeah, it looks to me like it just doesn't work. Because I can't make it do anything. I'm not doing this that way. There must be a better way. Is this it right here? No. Son of a bitch. Let me grab it. I can see all the little pieces. Oh, man. Doing something. Must have an awful lot of little pieces. How the hell is anybody supposed to mess with this? All the colors are wrong, and it's got all kinds of fucked up names. Default 4872, default 4873, default 4871. And there's dozens and dozens and dozens of files. Um, there has got to be an easier way. because this is insane. Another survey. Veterinary hospitals, none. Why is this such a mess? Probably because the tool they use to make it is a mess. And they don't have to mess with the tool, so they don't care. Which I guess I don't blame them, but Jesus, if you're gonna do something like this, at least put in a tiny bit of work to. I mean, well, other people are printing these. What are they doing? I know they're not messing with this. This is a hot mess. This is a shithole, a dumpster fire. So what are they doing that I'm not doing? I must be missing something. Oh, no way. Are they doing it from the phone? Hmm. I don't know if that's going to work, but I think I'm just going to tell it to do it. Okay. They think I did it? See, on the phone, it allows you to associate colors. On the phone, it says, okay, here's the 4 colors we want. Which ones are you using? And I just say, okay, that's red, change it to my red. That's blue, change it to my blue. On the freaking PC, it's a goddamn hot mess. I mean, look at all this bullshit. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? And telling it that this is what I have broke it. Very poorly thought out. Then you got to do wacky crap like this to see it. Very, very poorly thought out. And and these should not be. Um, these numbers should not be separate objects. All the blue parts should be one object. All the red parts should be one object. Basically, each color should be an object, which would make it very easy to change the colors. Ah, yeah. I think I'm just gonna print it from the printer, from the phone. It just works better for this one at least. Rocket pop nails are nice. They make good earrings too. Mm. Plus, I love this one. This one's less divisive. It's less in your face. The guns or the big eagles or whatever. It's fun. It's a rocket pop. And so I like this one. This one's good. Although I would love to do the chain, the silk colors. The silk metallic looking chain look pretty cool too. Although I'm betting I could print this a lot thinner. How big is this? Oh, it's only 8 millimeters. See, those for some reason are black, and each link is individual. No, the whole damn plate should be one color. If I can figure out how to dismantle this file, I'm gonna fix it, and I'll post a remake. There we go. Now, what is this one? Well, there's your problem. The fucking files overlap. This should not do that. Oh man. And the only problem with doing this in Simplify is that Simplify does not allow you to change colors. All right, how thick is this? This is 0.6, so this needs to be at 0.6. Okay. And that probably needs to be the same thing. No, that probably goes all the way down. I bet that goes down. You asshole. Would you, motherfucker? The goddamn commands for Tinkercad and Simplify are reversed. So if you hit the wrong command, it resets the view. Instead of doing what you want to do, move the part. Why is that multiple pieces? Why? That whole thing's going to have to change. Okay. So, file, export model. Hopefully this will retain. Oh shit. Is this going to retain memory of where these individual parts go? I'm not sure. Um, I think I need to add a basic shape. Um, and save it with each individual part. For now, I can just align them. I'll make it work. File, RSTL. Okay. Let's call this one loop. Let's call this the back. I can now delete that. And delete you. And delete you. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's wrong. The O is missing. Why is the O missing? Why is the R and the A missing? I can see it right there, but I can't pick it. Why can't I pick what? These two appear to be merged for some reason. Uh, no idea what that is. None of these appear to be doing anything. There are some pieces. So I can't separate all the pieces. Something's iffy with the file. Like there's the bomb pop. This one, for some reason, is separate pieces. That's the bottom one. That's good. The big thing is this one here. That's the important one. But I can't do anything with it. See, for some reason, it's got pieces of the other files built into it. See? These files are all screwed up. How the hell does this print? It glitches like crazy. See? That's supposed to be a separate piece. See, there's the R, there's the C, there's the 0, but I can't separate them. It won't separate. I don't know why. Hey, that looks nice. That's looking real nice. I think I'm just going to have to print it from the phone. I'm not going to spend the next 2 hours fixing their bullshit. And the problem is, I'm afraid that a repair might join the two files together because that's what it's designed to do. Remember, these files technically have a 0 gap. They're designed to be one sheet with separate nozzles, which means there is dimensionally no gap between the 0 and the rest. So repair is almost certainly going to fuse them together. In fact, that's probably what happened at some point. You definitely see, look at this. These manifold faces are all screwed up. Now I wonder, edit. Can I copy this into copy selection? If I can get it into a new workspace by itself, maybe I have too many pieces. Excuse me. Excuse me. It won't let me copy it. It won't let me paste it. So it hates it enough that it won't let me paste it. I wonder, seriously? You're gonna be that much of an asshole? I can't even scroll? So many pieces. Okay. Okay, now we have nothing left but this. No, can I separate it? No. Damn it. So close, I could see it there. Um, yes, we. Is there a way to separate connected parts from Prusa Slicer? Come on, stupid wizard. Just going to tell you no. All right, now how do you separate connected parts in here? Is there a split? Split two objects? Hmm. Nope, wrong slicer. Here we go. Okay. Did it do something? Okay, it did something. Oh, it has the same problem. It's not correctly splitting it. See how the O is not split? Although this one's a little bit better. -10. That is a hell of a lot better, though. I can't split it anymore. Okay. Alright, let's try fixing it. Problem is, if it's not seeing separate parts now, it's not going to see separate parts later. It's not showing you can since the O/P. Oh, it definitely did it. It's just as broken as the other one. See, I can't split anymore, which means it's not recognizing this O here. Although I can get the O, which means I could delete the O from the other one. Okay. Okay. I could work with this. Okay. Oh, I might have something here. I might have something here. Something I can work with. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, but I can maybe work with it. Alignment's gonna be such a bitch. Okay. I've got the loop. I've got the back. And now I think I have this. So if I take this and this and this and this and this, do I have all of them selected? Like, did that actually work? Yes, it did. Okay. File, export, STL. Let's call this. That line. Save. Okay. I think that's all the parts of the outline. Okay. And we delete. Let's delete this. I already saved it. There we go. Actually, there's just about everything I need. Oh, yeah. So the outline will be black. Okay, we got it. We're good. I need a picture. Oh, I can't shrink that anymore? Okay. His hand. Mhm. Okay. Okay. So I have the black done. Looks like the white. No, the white's going to be the hardest because all those little stars are part of the white. Well, none of those stars should be anything but white. So I'm making a call on that. They're all becoming white. Okay. Okay. So we're selecting this. And then we're selecting this one, that one, that one, the 250th, and then you and you and you and you and you. Let's do the big star. We want this little dot. We want this dot. And we want this star. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Okay. File. Export. Plate. This is going to be red. And delete. Okay. Now we select the bottom bomb pop. This. And this. And this. And this one. And this one. That one. No blue ones up here, huh? Interesting. This one. And this one. White, red, blue. I think it's supposed to be this one. Okay. And this one. And this one. Why did my blue get deselected? Something got deselected at some point. I got that. I got that. I got this. I think we're going to do the birthday in blue too. Okay. File. Support. Plate. Blue. And delete. Okay. I think that's it. Everything else is white. Well, this isn't supposed to be here. No. Please tell me I can undo that. Yes. Okay, why can't I delete just these parts? Huh, it did work that time. Alright, now the rest of this is white. Oh no, wait a minute. This is black. Oh. That's supposed to be black. And that one's supposed to be black. File. Export. Plate. And black. Okay. 2. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's a way to select that. That's supposed to be 2 different colors. Oh well. No, it's white. Let's see. America's is good. TH is good. Birthday outline is good. The leftovers at the bottom are good. See, if you had more colors, you could put a beige stick here and stuff like that. Okay, that should be it. Alright. Select all. File. Export. Plate. White. Okay. Let's see what happens when I bring it into the slicer. This'll be fun. Okay. Downloads, chain. Yes. Ooh, did I get lucky and it aligned everything? It did. Okay, so the back is going to be black. This is going to be blue, red, white, I don't know what you are. So we have some sort of an overlap? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta lift it up. First of all, why are there two of them? Okay. This should be black. Why can't I manipulate this model? Why can't I manipulate this model? Like, how do I manipulate this piece of the model right here? Huh. Oh, man. There's no way to manipulate this? Well, let's see if the slicer is smart enough to separate the colors. No, I don't. You see, it's not slicing correctly. It's because there's an overlap between the two. I mean, I know how to fix it, but it won't let me do it. Back. What the hell? Wait a minute. The outline goes all the way back? It does. Oof. It's not supposed to do that. Um, the outline's not supposed to be 8 millimeters thick. These are never going to align correctly unless we align them manually. This is going to suck. Black one. Okay, oh man. There is some trickery I can do. Maybe. And then here. Okay. 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 Yeah. See how there's missing bits? Alright, so let's do this first. Um, let's repair everything. You can see where there's things aren't quite sitting correctly. It's gonna take longer, but I'm on the right track. Once I bring this into Tinkercad, I could properly cut and layer it, so it's not such a bitch in a slicer. This looks like it's doing right. The Artemis is coming out nicely. I like that. I need to move on Z axis though. The arrows won't let me move on Z. Ew. Whatever trickery he was using to allow overlapping parts to print separately, I broke that when I separated the files. So I had parts that were overlapping. I wish the damn preview worked. Gotta figure out why that's not working anymore. Guess I can start uploading. Let's see. Holy shit, that file is fucked. Jesus. Look at this. I don't even know how to fix this. That's just the backing file. How the fuck do you fix that? I don't think I can. The outline is broken. Yeah, that's totally fucked. Wow. Yeah, we're not even gonna play with that. Do we have another one? No. It's all in here. Um, ah. If they're all just as broken, that one looks okay. Will it line up is the question. Come on. There's not that much in the red file. It's just a 250 and a bomb pop. Oh man. That's wrong. It's got too much. It's got a bunch of shit it shouldn't have. Why? Okay, so red is broken. Hmm. Oh. And that one's broken too. It's got more crap than it's supposed to. I think. Oh. Oh. I told it to save the whole plate. So even though it wasn't selected, it saved everything on the plate. Okay, that's my fault. And white worked because it was the last one I did. So that was the only thing left on the plate. Although I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, it's the white one. Okay. Yep, that's my bad. Okay. So I have to delete everything else off the plate. Oh. Okay, I know what I need to do now. It's going to be a pain, but I know what I need to do. We're going to cancel this since we're going to have to start over anyway. Okay, I know what I need to do. All right, it's 2 o'clock. I'm going to head over to the Roadrunner Pantry and get some goodies. I'm going to Artemis print. I want to cool off for a bit, mentally, not physically. It's nice and cool in here. Um, think about this. And I know it can do it. The white came out perfect. So now I just need to either I need to make sure I can either save selection or I have to delete everything else off the plate so that it only saves what I want it to save. And then I don't know why the background is so screwed up. I got to figure that out. Hey, Mike, I want to print this, but it's really seriously screwed up, broken. I could probably print it from the phone, but trying to print it from the computer just doesn't work. It's just fucked up. So I'm gonna rebuild the file and remix it to make it correct. Um, I also did my the Artemis, and I made a triangle version of the mesh, of the NASA mesh, so you can do triangle patches and stuff. And I did a larger square one. And I did that one. Nice. I thought it was pretty nice. Oh, I wonder if what's the 3D Printopia logo look like? 3D print. Oh, probably have to do this one. Not sure how doable that is. It's kind of lame actually, but I mean that one's nice, but that's not 3D printable. That's a photograph. Actually, probably be easier to do that one. Something like that would be very printable. And you do each piece in a different color. Hmm. But when I get back, I will I'll work on this because I like this one. Let me show you again. I like this one a lot. That didn't work. So I'm gonna fix this so I can print it because that's just ugly. Like, damn, dude, what'd you do to it? So, not this the file. I'm sorry. The result isn't ugly. The file is ugly, meaning trying to print it. I try to print it and I get some fucked up results. All right, I will see you guys later. Don't forget, if you buy off Amazon, try to remember to use my Amazon link. Nancy Echo Romeo Yankee Sam Nerisse.com. I get a boost if I hit certain dollar amounts. The I also got PayPal and Zelle, and of course my Patreon. And I'll get this one uploaded. I just gotta fix the file to make it 5.4 millimeters. That'll be an easy fix. So I'll make sure to get this uploaded tonight. You guys will be able to print that off Maker World. I'll add a link to this video and post it in Discord. Hey, get in there. Okay. Yeah, that came out nice. Yeah, I like that. The what else? That's it, I think. Yeah. I think I'm gonna print that hummingbird. They have a nice Voronoi hummingbird on Maker World. Really pretty model. I want to try printing it. Although I want to do like they did with a gradient plastic. I think a gradient would look really nice. And that's it. Be good. Happy victims. And where is the stop button? There it is.